Ladies and gents, we are back at it with another video. NAVATHEBEAST is under fire over the past 24 hours, almost I'd like to say rapid fire, on a meme page on Facebook that has a pretty good following, and I want to discuss it. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to Nicky MGTV for another video. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below if you have questions. But as always, make sure you guys smash the like button, comment, notification bell. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the meme page that we're talking about is DD214 memes. Someone actually shared this on Facebook. I saw it and I was like, why is Nava there? Clicked on the thing and then I was like, oh, people are bashing Nava right now. But then it just happened over and over and over again. And this is all stimulated by his workout plan, which he charges $600. And it's some kind of workout preparation boot camp type thing that he's put on. He's obviously had clients before. This is not a new thing that he's done. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. He's been promoting this for months now. As far as this just now being a thing, I'm surprised people are now outraged. So before we move any further, I want everyone to know I'm not in the dust. So my criticism comes from experience as a veteran Nava hater at one point. I guess you could say that. This started from my little bit of I guess, discontent with one of the videos he posted, which was about him deploying, which is really on a Marine Expeditionary Unit onto a ship for 1 month, which he made it a little bit more dramatic than it actually was. From my perspective, personal opinion, I'm still a pogue, so I'm not going to judge that part.
But you gotta realize you're gonna die one day. You're gonna be gone from the face of the earth. Don't live your life with regret. It'll be worth it at the end.
I also want to just give context for people that are not part of this group that typically watches this channel. I'm a Navy corpsman, been in 12 years, independent duty corpsman. If that changes, I don't know. It's really irrelevant because we're talking about Nava. But anyway, so I want to say I did apologize to Nava after that, a good while after, and kind of said, sorry, man. It's just one of those things like, I don't think I handled that the best way that I could, and so I feel like I've grown a lot from that instance to talk about this situation right here. Ever since then, we've been pretty much cordial, but I'm going to say that he has been under critique or criticism constantly because pretty much he has put himself as one of the faces of the Marine Corps, always being in thumbnails with his uniform, always filming in uniform, things like that, for several years. Often he gets told that he is an admin Marine and he's a pogue and pretty much he does not represent the Marine Corps and he's boot. And on top of that, he is now a reservist, and people are assuming that because of the time of him being out and coming back in, it's only because he's wanting to make more Marine Corps content. Some more background story about my interactions with Nava. Pretty much recently, this past week, I did ask him to come on the channel before any of this happened because I wanted to just bring him on, but for his own personal reasons, he did deny doing that, which is all on his own right, but I just want to let you guys know the whole context of my situation here, so I don't seem like I'm totally biased or not, because I've been on very much both sides of the spectrum of where the people on this meme page were hating to now I've been very cordial with him and there's no issues. And to anyone wondering, to look at Nava's page on YouTube, you can check it out. Pretty much what I'm going to tell you is he's not going to respond to any of the hate that you guys have if you're waiting for feedback or anything else. Over the years, he's just proven to really shut it off and not even bother or deal with it, to be honest with you. So do not expect any kind of comment, any kind of video. Don't expect anything because realistically, that's what he does. And as much as that may be frustrating for you guys, it kind of helps dilute some of what you guys are trying to get out of them. From my personal perspective, I'm going to tell you guys this: how people get their money, how they get their money, when they get their money, whatever it is, that is really on them, how you bring home in the bacon. But we're going to dive into that because I don't want to show as a bias. I really want to just take this as an analytical piece from both sides and then go from there. All right, so I'm going to cover a little bit about his payment because I know a lot of people are probably like, he's money hungry if he's charging $600 for this course. If you guys don't know, a lot of influencers will use Social Blade here to try and track how much somebody makes. Per Social Blade, it gives a range. Here it says $195 to $3,100 or $3,100. Realistically, I'm going to assume it's closer to $3,100 on top of these programs. So he's obviously making not horrible money. And I will tell you that probably back in the day when he was much more consistent about uploading, he probably was making a lot more money than what he is right now. And when you look back on top of his military paycheck, this guy was probably clearing a lot more than what many officers were clearing. So you got to give some respect to the guy that even though he was a little boot lance corporal making videos about the Marine Corps, he was making a killing doing it. programs that he's done back in the day have also been something that he's done for a long time. This was not a secret as he was trying to break into fitness more so. If you guys have looked at his channel, you can see he did a lot of fitness videos. He also had what he used to have a business called Fuego Sups, which obviously sold off, went somewhere else. It's kind of dead in the water. You can check the Instagram. There's nothing really going on over there. Sadly, it looked like he was trying to pull a Nick Bear 2.0 and be able to do a supplement company upon leaving the military in order to be successful outside. That dropped and then went into real estate. But he started doing these programs, and he actually does have people that have had results, because I have watched every now and then. I'll check in to see what he's doing. But on top of that, not all of these people are people that are trying to join the Marine Corps. Obviously, that is his target audience. There were people that weren't even trying to join the Marine Corps. People do sell these boot camp type workouts all the time. You know, even on base here for spouses, where I'm at, they have boot camp workouts. So maybe that's somebody wanting to tune into somebody that's in the Marine Corps and trust their ability or knowledge about working out. I do have to also bring up people like Nick Kumatosis and also Austin Alexander, which have made things for recruits to be able to be ready for basic training. Austin Alexander, I believe, was free. Nick came out with a book. But I also want to say that I believe Nick Kumatosis is getting a pass in comparison to Nava the Beast, because he is looking to train people for recon Marine specifically. And obviously, when you come from those communities, you get a little bit more of a, oh, you're okay, man. You're good. You've earned your way to make a little book. But really, who doesn't get any kind of book coming out of any kind of special operations community? Nava's probably smarter than all of these people, because he's been charging for a greater audience, whereas Nick was actually doing that for a much smaller, narrow audience. So, you know, if you're trying to make a dime or a dollar, this is a way to do it if you're trying to appeal to greater masses. And all these topics I'm talking about are part of the comments that are on this meme page where people are talking about it. And one of them also was that he only cares about being a YouTuber and was a very bad Marine and was not good at his job. Now, what I think happened for this is truly Nava had almost set himself up for the biggest uphill battle of his life. Because the fact that when you wear the uniform and when you act like you are the most public figure of being in the Marine Corps, and you do not have the 300 PFT, you do not have the most perfect uniform 24/7, you are not the best at everything, that the second you fail, people are looking to chisel away at every little bit of your credibility constantly. And like I said, you have to realize that he was making a killing on YouTube. So when you're working your day job, maybe making $2,000 a month, and then on your side hustle, you're making probably triple what that is, I would probably focus on the triple. But I do understand you guys are going to say he made a commitment, put up his hand oath. Obviously, yes. So I will agree with you on that point as well. The $600, that is perceived value by him, what he thinks he can offer, and also by these people that are paying $600 for this value. There are a lot of other training programs. People are mentioning that in the comments of this, and that's true. There are many other training programs. You could do P90X, you could do Insanity, you could do Athlete X programming, you could do, I mean, the list goes on and on and on of things that you could do to work out. And I do believe, just like Gary Vaynerchuk says, all the information out there that you need is truly free. So I usually don't pay for anything. So that's why I don't charge for anything either, because I'm like, you're paying with your time to watch my content. Well, anyway, I also wanted to dive in another factor of this. People were asking, is this moral to charge Marines for a program which is going to prepare them to be a Marine when he technically now is a Marine again? And then people are going to contradict themselves and say, well, he's not really a Marine because he's a reservist now. But, you know, that's down another rabbit hole. If I could give any advice on this factor for the program, I would have said, Nava, you could have honestly probably done a boot camp season 1, season 2, season 3, film this entire thing, a few people, you follow their journey, you coach them, and you do a before and after to market your skills. Because realistically, now people are going to be judgmental of your process or your program, where they're going to ask, what are your results? So that would be something that's great to see. Also, this would expand your clientele, your business, also gain views, because people will stay tuned to see how your clients are doing and likely follow your series, just like The Biggest Loser or something like that. Some other things that are going to affect his credibility and why why people are chiseling away at his credibility are, where are his credentials? I don't know that he has any kind of credentialing to do any kind of dieting or any kind of workout plans or anything like that. So really, you're getting something from somebody that I guess isn't certified. I also do believe there is some stuff that goes on with over-credentialism. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I work in the medical field. There's tons of issues with it where there's a credential for this, credential for that. So, I mean, it is what it is. Also, there is the debate that because he has shown that he has been a little bit thicker, not as chiseled down constantly, we're not all in prep programs, constantly being in a cut stage, but there are times where he is heavier set. I don't want to dive too much into this because obviously I don't have much to show for it, but I wanted to talk about it because I want to address the comments. To be real, from my own observations, I've seen that recently he's been doing very well cutting. He is prepping for a physique show, and he actually has gotten much leaner. Also, on top of that, I will be a critic as well to say that he has oftentimes said that he's going to cut or do some small diet, but you don't really notice any major change or impact as far as what he's doing. So, and the last point I want to make on my assessment is someone that is a former coworker, former Marine. I know once a Marine, always Marine. But anyway, this Marine decided to share grappling that Nava is part of while he was in Okinawa. And they were talking crap about how he sucked at grappling. And like I said before, he was setting himself up for the biggest hill to ever climb up because he was going to be expected to be good at everything Marine Corps based. Now, I do have to say that obviously people are people. They're not perfect. And so I wouldn't expect Nava to be perfect. And on top of that, I actually am baffled that somebody would save a video from Okinawa. We're talking about years ago now. Years ago, waiting to literally post this on a meme page to show that he sucked. And not only that, this Marine decided to share it amongst several different memes that were on there. And I'm like, as if you didn't get enough validation on the first post of everyone doing laughing and smiling and thumbs up and hearting of him sucking on the first one, that you're like, I got to keep sharing this. I got to keep showing it. Like, really, how much can you bash this kid? That's what I'm going to come down to towards the end of this video. And what I want to say is this ends up being like a merry-go-round that this just doesn't stop and you guys all end up on the same ride and there's no progress ever made of you bashing him. Not once have I seen the bash go to anything tangible, to anything. So really, a lot of you guys waste your time, and I'm not saying this to defend Nava, I'm saying it as you guys have missed a great opportunity, and I'm shocked by this. I'm just going to throw this out there. You guys are shocked that this kid's selling a program for $600. All of you guys have been through the same training of Marine Corps basic training, same as him, right? And some of you guys are probably infantry Marines and have actually gotten even more training than he's got. And I will say there are people in the comments that are obviously a lot bigger than Nava, more muscular, more experienced with dieting, more experienced with lifting, all that, where I'm like, you guys could take your time from bashing him on Facebook, make a program for $300, and probably profit and make more money than him. So that baffles me how you've now wasted your time when you could have done much more. And what I want to go to again is that literally it's the same insults over and over again. He's not a good Marine. He's a reservist. He's a pogue. He's admin. Like, I truly am waiting for something original because it's like, can we get past this? Can we move on? Because literally at this point, it's like, it's just the easy punching bag. It's the low-hanging fruit. It's the easy meme here or there of Nava. Like, we have deduced ourselves to the lowest common denominator that this is the only thing that we can get that's funny, even though there's way more funny things that you guys can make about the Marine Corps or the military in general. And I want to challenge people at the end of this. If you are such a great Marine or you're such a great workout person, you're such a great whatever, my challenge to you is share that with the world. If you're truly interested in mentoring Marines, make videos about it. If you're truly interested in helping people work out, whether it's Marines or not Marines, because obviously obesity in the population is an issue, make videos about it. There's a lot out there, but there's nothing to say that your voice or your opinion can't be heard. So just like your opinion on Facebook can be heard by me and Nava and everyone else, and his opinion can be made, everybody has an equal voice on the internet because it's an equal opportunity thing. So don't feel scared to make videos or make content that's going to help people, because honestly, I believe that some of you guys are going to be sitting on the wrong side of history. Be productive is what I'm going to say. But that ends this video. That's my analysis of NAVATHEBEAST being pretty much bashed on Facebook on these meme groups. But if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.